What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Broadway Joel. If you like to stay up to date with boxing news, please hit that subscribe button. And if you've been here before, thanks for coming back. So I just saw on Max on Boxing recently, Andre Ward talk about Teofimo and talk about how he needs to get his personal life in order and how he needs to watch what he says in front of the camera. And I started thinking to myself, I'm like, man, why doesn't Teofimo reach out to Andre Ward? Andre Ward is somebody who never embarrassed himself in the media, never gave a negative impression. Maybe some people didn't like his fighting style, or maybe didn't some people didn't like the way he negotiated fights, but nobody ever talked about his personal situation. Nobody ever talked about his preparation. And he works for ESPN. He's an announcer. So Teofimo, most of his fights are now going to be on ESPN after fighting that one fight on the Zone. I don't see why he doesn't reach out to Andre Ward and ask him for advice and for guidance and stuff like that and develop a relationship. I remember Elvis Rodriguez had a not so entertaining performance, and Tim Bradley pulled him to the side and explained to him how he needs to work harder in the gym and how he needs to stay motivated and disciplined. And the next time Elvis Rodriguez was on ESPN, he gave a way better performance. Now, I don't think that Teofimo needs any kind of motivation or discipline problems, because in the fight with Kambosos, he lost, but he didn't lose because he was out of shape. I think he more the outside noise was affecting him what's inside the ring, and that's something Andre Ward touched on Max on Boxing. I feel like if he can speak to somebody like Andre Ward and have Andre Ward be his OG, his somebody, an older person who has their credentials to talk to you. He's been lineal just like you. He's won a gold medal, which you were an Olympian, couldn't be a gold medalist. He's undefeated. You're not undefeated. He has the credentials to talk somewhat, not down to you like in a negative way, but talk down to you like as a big brother situation. I don't want to make it seem like he's getting sunned by Andre Ward. That's not what I'm trying to get to. But yeah, I think Andre Ward is the perfect guy to get Teofimo head screwed on right, because I feel like Teofimo does everything right inside the ring, but sometimes he gets in front of these cameras and it's almost like he doesn't realize he's on camera. I remember in the Kambosos press conference, he told Kambosos, he goes, "I'm gonna knock you out in the first round, and then you and all your team is gonna have to suck our dicks." I'm like, whoa, bro, this video that's on the internet is gonna live forever. And then when you were trash talking with Devin Haney, you told him, "Oh, after I beat you, you're gonna have to hold my nuts." And it's like, yo, what kind of man talks to another man like that? And I just don't feel like he goes about things the right way. And again, he's my favorite fighter because of what he does inside the ring. But I do think he needs to clean some of it up outside the ring. When he got to the back and forth with Devin Haney, he also used the N-word with the A at the end. And I'm from New York, and I know that us New Yorkers, a lot of the Latinos, we're okay to use it. I know in some other states that's not the situation, but in New York, Latinos and blacks, we all use the word. I have used it in the past. I'm not gonna lie here, but I try my best not to use it because I know it offends some people who are out of state. So I feel like Andre Ward needs to also tell him that, like, yo, listen, I'm from California. In California, a Hispanic using the N-word is offensive. Now, your fan base is just not in New York. You have fan base all over the world. So you have to be conscious of how you speak and how what you say may offend somebody. Because a lot of people don't know your interviews and your press conferences, that's part of your legacy. Ask yourself, you watching this video, how many times have you not seen an old interview of Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali, especially Muhammad Ali? And you kind of figure out what kind of person he was, his personality, how he thought. And even though the guy's dead, Muhammad Ali, but you still have some sense of who he was as a person and how he represented himself to the media. Now, our grandkids, our kids are going to go back to these videos and see Teofimo screaming, telling people to suck his dick. Also, I saw an interview where he was trashing Todd the Buff because he doesn't like Todd the Buff. Like, bro, Todd the Buff is Bob Arum's stepson. Bob Arum just had his birthday. He's 90 years old. You think when he passes away, who's he going to leave the company to? Now, if you're already talking bad about Todd the Buff, now when he's the boss, He could do stuff to you because you under contract with Top Rank that you may not like. And you're going to have to eat that because of the way you were speaking in front of the camera. You can feel about however you want about somebody, but some things you got to keep to yourself. I think he needs guidance. And to be honest, I would love to be the guy who guides him, but I don't have the credentials. Now, Andre Ward, he's somebody who's been dropped by Kovalev, had rematches, won the Super Series, won a gold medal, had a missing tooth, got cut before. He has all those experiences that I can't, express to Teofimo on how to handle those things. And I feel like Andre Ward is qualified for that job, as well as he's accessible. Your next fight, he's probably going to be commentating. It doesn't hurt for you to just come up to him and go, hey man, can I have a word with you? Talk to him, exchange numbers, or hit him on the DM now. Like, if you watch this video, hit him on the DM now and be like, hey, listen, man, I need some guidance. You're somebody I admire. I like the way you handled your career. I want to do the same. And then you move on. A lot of people are turned off by Teofimo, but Teofimo's young. He definitely can mature and get his act together. So I'm not throwing him away. I'm not saying he's one of the bad apples, but I do think that he's at the brink of falling off, the hinges. He talks about his personal life, how he's going through divorce. He talks about how he had problems with his dad. He talks about all these things in the media, and I'm like, bro, some things you got to keep to yourself, or some things are just in-house and you work them out. You go to therapy, you do this, you do that. And I feel like Andre Ward can help him, guide him towards correcting all of that. But all right, guys, that's my video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Also, I go live on this YouTube channel, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, every Wednesday. And I do call in. So if you guys want to call in and express your opinion, or whether you agree or disagree with me, all is welcome. And yeah, that's 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, every single Wednesday. But all right, guys, until next time. Peace.